close that. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Got a couple things to do already off the bat from yesterday, so get into that. I got this, and I got Game of Thrones or Rusty Power Girl in Bikini. I'll let you guys decide which ones I start with. Which one I start with. But let me close up this other video. Go live. All right. That's enough out of you, Flash. All right. Back to it. Here we are. What's up, everybody? Look at you growing up so fast. Right. Growing up too fast. I'm gonna start with the Game of Thrones card because I haven't done a Game of Thrones. I have these. If you know my what do you call it? My VC. I've been working with George R.R. Martin since like 2002 on the Hedge Knight and whatnot. Hedge Knight, Sword, Mystery Knight, Game of Thrones, Wild Cards, various and sundry projects. And so I asked him, I was like, hey, can I do an official A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, sketch card set? And he's like, sure, Mike, go ahead. So he gave me permission to do this, and it says blank of 500, but I don't even remember what number I was on. So I'm not going to fill the blank of 500 out. And he wants me to do a character of my choice, if I recall correctly. Gosh darn, did he say a male character of my choice? Or did he just say a character of my choice? Let me double check because he had to pay me through PayPal because he's actually not from Whatnot. But do Titan Mouse and Might. No, Gary, that's yours. You do Titan Mouse and Might. Scam likely. No, thank you. Where did I look at that? My PayPal was on this. Just says George Martin sketch card. All right, that doesn't help me at all, does it? All right, I am live here. 7 on X, 2 on Blacklist. Oh, that's funny. Like, nobody's used to me streaming this early on Blacklist on YouTube. And I'm streaming, quote unquote, so much because I am trying to get my follower count up substantially. So this makes sense to do regularly. And that's okay. How are things going for you here on Whatnot? It's going well. I can't complain. Has it been slow for you? It's hit and miss. So some days I'll do, great. And then some days I'll do, It's been so slow for my hubby. So, I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't know what to judge by. I've only been on here a week, so I can't judge if this is a good week or a bad week. So far, this is my first week. So, like I said, I've had good days and I've had days where I've sold nothing. I don't know if that's normal for me or if my prices were just too high or what. So, last 2 weeks have been incredibly slow. If this is an incredibly slow 2 weeks, I will be happy when it's normal because this past week has been like, I'm not going to say it's like, oh my gosh, but it's been a livable wage kind of a, it's paying it's paying for itself. So I don't know. I don't know for everyone. I have nothing to compare it to. Like when it's not in unbearably slow for you, how many of what are you selling every day? You know what? I am going to do Danny because everybody loves Danny, and I get to draw a dragon around her. So do 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 do. For us and a few other art friends. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Gary's an art friend. How about you? How's it going for you here? And has this past week or two been comparatively slow or what? You, the new girl at the school, lol. Usually sells 3 to 4 covers a night. Trading cards done. No kidding. Wow. That would be insane if I was getting 3 to 4 covers a night. That would indeed um, be very good. It has been slow lately. Oh, good. I mean, I don't mean good. I just mean like if this is a slow, if that was a slow week, I can't wait for a good week. Because like it hasn't been, it hasn't been like humongoloid or anything, but it has been sufficient. And I don't know if I'm ever gonna count on humongoloid. Why does my? Oh goodness, I can't take this call right. You know what? I'll be right back. Hello. Okay, never mind. Just hang up on me. That'll work too. Dang it! I need water. I'm drinking coffee. Well, okay, I do need coffee. This is how we make a living. Well, it seems like a good way to make it. It just really just reminds me of Comic Con. You know, you sit here, talk to other artists, doodle for the audience, the people walking by your table. People walk by, they stop by for a few minutes, they come back later, blah blah blah. Um, it's just so much like a con. It's kind of weird, and sometimes at cons you have good days, sometimes you have crap days, sometimes you don't sell anything, sometimes you sell thousands of dollars. So it's very it is very con-esque. Mm-mm-mm. You seem to be very familiar with Whatnot. Oh, Bob. Yes, Bob. I bought 2 covers to add to my collection. I usually buy from my Irish friend and Duke. Dave Duke seems to be busy. It is very much like a Comic Con. Don't you think so, Gary? I think it is. Jay Vasquez, Mighty Bot, what's up? Good morning. Devil's Air, Squirrel Miller is live. Yeah, I'm trying to do, this kind of because I get up and I take my son to school, um, and it's like, well, if I'm gonna be awake anyways, there may be a reason my my wife lost the freaking fob to the SUV. It might be to get me on a schedule instead of just laying in bed and enjoying my nice soft pillow and clean, silky, smooth sheets. I am lamenting not being in bed right now. Maybe, you know, this is meant to get me off my butt and you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying? You're making me want to go back to bed. That's what I'm saying, Gary. I want to go back to bed. But I need to try to find a consistent schedule. And so I'm like, I look at my week and I look how like I have various things to do. Like every week I have various things at various times. And so it's like, how am I going to fit a consistent schedule onto this app unless I do like a morning show. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. I think I'm also doing an evening show, but probably not as regularly. Courtney at Metal Medium is killing it. Her art is crazy good. Oh, awesome. Very nice. Don't worry about me. Oh, you know what I can do? Because she wears a dress where her left breast is exposed. I can just drape this tail over that part. Genius. Genius. So when I was talking about George about actually doing this, doing Game of Thrones, the comic book, he's like, well, you know, I know you're not going to do nudity, but there's nude scenes and stuff in Game of Thrones, and is that going to be a problem? And I'm like, I can be artistically intelligent enough to figure out how to avoid drawing nudity, George. He's like, all right, well, that's fine. He's like, I'm like, it's okay. I'll figure it out. Just like that. Just like that. I'll just use the dragon's tail to cover up her naughty bits, even though she wears a what is I can't remember the name of the town she goes to that has, is it Marine? She's in Marine, and the style there is for women, just like the ancient Amazons, I guess, or the Etruscans, right? I think it's the Etruscans. The women would wear no tops, or the tops they had would expose their breasts. Um, and I believe the Amazons were supposed to. I guess that might be myth. I have no idea, honestly, but at least according to myth, um, they exposed one breast. Oh no! The Amazons chopped off a breast. That's right. The Amazons chopped off a breast so that they could be better archers. I don't think that's probably true, but that is the uh gosh, wow, that look how washed out that gets if I have it at the wrong angle. That light is too bright, I think. Um So, all right, that's her. I don't like this face, so I'm going to change it. It's not actually the eyes that bother me. I don't know why I'm starting with the eyes. No, you can't even barely see it because it's so tiny. Maybe it's the chin. Did I make the chin too big? Do, 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 do. Don't worry about me. Yeah, Gary, I'm trying to get Kevin on here. I know he came on Whatnot before, but he said he couldn't. He didn't get any traction, and I'm like, well, you probably didn't like ask Bob what to do. Bob has been a helpful man. Making good suggestions. All right. I think that's good. I think that'll do. All right, let's start here with, let's see, pink blush. So I did grab, or I tried to grab blush tones. That isn't just dry on this. Add more alcohol to it. Ninja, tell me what to do, Bob. Teach the ways of the Whatnot, Bob. Teach everyone the ways. So this is my cheat. I just take some isopropyl alcohol and I add it to my alcohol markers, and it rejuvenates their color profile. As long as it's not like super duper duper dried out. If it's just like drying out, you can add mucho gusto to your pens. Okay, this is too dark. This is too dark. She is a fair-skinned lady. I think this one needs a little mucho gusto too. Nin Sexy Girls. Very simple. It's not that simple. It is not that simple. Although that is some people's shtick. All right, I'm going to start with a coarse shadow here. Don't worry about me. Calamity Collectibles. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a morning Whatnot with Mike. The thing I did notice, well, okay, like I was saying that I was going to try to do the morning because it's the only time that is like available for me to be consistent. I think that's the best way to put that. But morning shows are very slow that I've noticed. Okay, I grant you I've only done one morning show, but the morning show, actually this is my second morning show, and it's like, look, there's only 6 people here on Whatnot watching. So it's not like banging, right? It's but I have a couple commissions to do anyways. And then hopefully, and then later I have to do my YouTube Bible study show. So that's one of the things that breaks up my day. And then I'm going to do a afternoon show, like after I pick up the kid from school. Actually, what I'll probably do is I'll do the Bible study show. I'll go back to bed and take a nap. And then I will come back at like 3 for my afternoonish show. And that will have a larger audience. So I think it's like afternoon, late afternoon. And I grant you, again, I've only done this for a week, so I have a very limited data set by which to judge any of this. But it's so far, late afternoon, early evening shows have been the most populated by watchers, viewers of the whatnots. That's not his usual subject matter. He was killing with Venom Spawn Gunslinger. Oh, I have a couple of Spawn covers. I saw the Gunslinger cover at the shop, and I'm just like, meh. Didn't even bother with it. Now you got me double guessing my choices. Or maybe I'll just leave that audience to you. But that was the thing, is that that's another thing, Gary, that reminds me of conventions, is like, I had a guy come by the other day and he just says, do you have Thor? Do you do Thor? And I'm like, I do not have a Thor cover. And he left. And it reminded me of conventions where it's like, if people aren't there specifically for you because they know you, they come up to your table because you're just, I hate to say just, but because you're an artist. But they're not a fan of you as an artist, but they are a fan of a character. And then they're like, do you have a print of the Flash? And you're like, no, I don't like the Flash, so I don't draw the Flash. And then they just walk off and they go to the next artist and they go like, do you have a print of the Flash? And then they check out the Flashes by other guys. And if you didn't have one, you just lost a sale. So when I went back to the comic shop for more covers yesterday, I just got pretty much everything. Now I'm like, man, why didn't I get Spawn Gunslinger? But I got pretty much everything I could. About 66 covers yesterday. I wouldn't switch. No one is buying anything. No one is buying anything. Why am I here? I'm here to build my channel. I want more people to follow me. So I want to get to the place where I have like 1,000 followers. That's like my first goal. I don't think I'll ever be Rob Liefeld level on here. He's got 14,000 followers. Crazy. It's insane. I love your Wolverine, Gene, Army of Darkness so much. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, feel free to buy it. It is still available. Don't worry about me. Dun, 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 dun. And then this, right? Yes. And this one. Check out Min Bin. Has some great covers in there. Min Bin? My Bin? Check out my bin? Check out my bin. Take a look in my bin. Yeah. So I want to get a little bit of just a touch of darkness here. It is these markers are they're a trick and they're a treat. Because oftentimes you're like trying to shape all this art, this color, and you don't always 100% know how this is going to work out once you're in inks. But that is when it all like comes together as an art, as a piece. So when you start dropping those blacks on there. Although that Dr. Doom I did yesterday, that's in the bin. If you guys check out that Doom, if you didn't see it yesterday, that whole thing came together in colors. It was pretty cool. I like that. Mike's bin. Check out Mike's bin. Would love E2 too much for me right now. All right. Well, ideally it won't be there forever, so feel free to make an offer on it if you do have something you can squeeze out. I want a brighter yellow. This is strange. Why is... Oh, that's right. This isn't regular Bristol. This is one of my cards. All right. I'm going to throw a little bit of yellow on here before I hit it, because this is going to be lavender purple. Then I'll do the same on the dragon. Need to learn to read Fat Thumb English. I just got that. I'll understand you, Bob. Bob. I'm going to call you Bob. Like the Brits. Hello, Bob. Get some nice gold on her wristlets. I gotta agree with Phil though. He's saying that like it's better to just use cut up Bristol board because it's better than the paper you get from card companies. This is, like I said, this is an actual original, Game of Thrones card. But it doesn't take it actually takes the color pretty well. I'm not gonna complain too much, but it doesn't take it as well as Bristol. Just straight Bristol board takes color so well. There's silver golden hair. That's the thing that kind of bugs me in the show, is like their hair in the show is just gold. It's just silver, right? It's not supposed to be just silver. It's supposed to be silver golden. So like blonde, but like towhead blonde, Do you know what I mean? Towhead blonde. Like the baby blonde that just comes out of the... my two youngest were towheads. And so that level of blonde where it's super light blonde. Not white. In the show, it's all just white. It's practically just white, right? It's annoying. I'm to go this way. Kirby. The character is bigger than the artist. 9:29. That was 7 minutes ago. Jessica, been a long while since I've been able to make any of your live streams. Love watching these drawing sessions. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Maybe I should make that. She's got a green dragon. She's got a white dragon with yellow. And then I think one of her dragons is black with red. Maybe I'll do the black and red one. So black. Actually, let me finish her flesh tone before I kind of scamper off there. Let's see. Where's my purple? Where's my purple, my old friend? There it is. I've come to dance with you again. Let me put my glasses on. Thank you for sharing, Bob. Appreciate. Are these the artwork going out with the Lone Star books? No, those are. Oh, where's that? Nope, that's not it. There. Those look like these Lone Star cards. So I have those too, but primarily those are for going out with the Lone Star book, as previously noted. Also, those won't be in color. Those will just be standard black and white. I would never have the time to do all of those in color. Oh my gosh, that would freaking kill me. Cons are fun for artists. Are they more like a chore? Are cons are fun. Yeah, cross examinations will be at the usual time, not now. Yeah, cons are fun, but at the same time, yes, they are a chore. They are a lot of work. But, hey, can't be afraid of a lot of work. If you're afraid of a lot of work, you're not going to make it in life. Unless you're already rich and have made good financial investments so that you can maintain being rich. That's a trick people don't talk about. You can't just be rich and think you're going to always be rich unless someone else has already set you up to be rich for life. It's just not how it works. What do I do? Because the other purple I have is way too bloody dark. Or, oh no, this one's purple. Must have found another purple. Hee hee. Cadillac Jack agrees. Yeah, see, this is like, very, very slow on whatnot in the morning. I think it's because, like, people are, like, working and stuff. So generally speaking, probably not a good time to start trying to get people interested in your wares while they're supposed to be working and paying attention to their jobs. Their jobs. Ding-a-ding, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Another thing that irritated me about that show is Targaryens have purple eyes. Purple eyes. Yes, Cadillac Jack. This is marker rendering. Sorry if you're trying to watch on Instagram and I'm paying no attention. I can only have these two windows open. So if you want to converse with me, join me on Whatnot. Just go to whatnot.com and then what? And then what do you do after you're on whatnot.com? You go to Mike S. Miller Art, right? Is that my name on here? I think so. I think it's Mike S. Miller Art. At any rate, you could just look up my name, Mike S. Miller, and you'll find me on Whatnot. And try to do some of these dragon bits. These red and black. So the rest of them will be black. Then his wings. I'm going to do his wings in red. No, not me likes jazz. No name. No name likes jazz. Sorry, I'm tarded. That took a second. No, mommy. No, mommy likes jazz. There we go. There we go. There we go. I think I will leave the rest of the dragon black so that I can use the white as like reflections on his scales. Is that color okay? There's something else I should do. Yeah, this takes color kind of like the what do you call them? Capcom cards. Capcom cards took color about the same way as this. Alrighty. Let's move that. I'm going to do, what do I want to do? Sort of a, kind of want to do an orangish background. Well, that's just brown. Okay, that's sort of an orangish gold. So I'm just going to drop this in here. It's going to contrast nicely with the purple get up. Why is that a gap in color? Why is that? Hey, Cadillac joined. How did you get into making comics? Good question. Well, when I was a young buck, just about 10 years old, third grade, I discovered comic books. And after that, I was already an artist. Just drawing, whatever. I always loved to draw. And when I discovered comic books, I discovered a whole new use or topic or whatever thing that I wanted to draw. So I started drawing comic book characters, comic book stuff, and D&D stuff. And so by 7th grade, when asked to make in my art class to make my future business card, I made a Marvel business card. Prognostication. So after that, it was actually for a while I honestly I didn't realize that you could make a living doing comics. So I kind of quit the concept. I'm like, I'm not going to do comics for a living. And then I ended up my junior year, or not my junior year, my junior college years, I learned that someone was making a good deal of money in comic books. And I'm like, oh man, you can make a living drawing comics? So I just went to the next convention with some of the comic stuff I'd already had. I brought my little, I didn't even have a portfolio. I just brought it all in a brown bag, like a brown, I don't want to say trash bag. A grocery bag. Brown grocery bag. Oh, look, another red. Is that a good red? And so I took it around the con. I got some good feedback from Marvel and DC. And then I went over to, what's it called? I went over to Malibu, and they gave me work. So that's how that all worked out. Started working my first convention where I looked for work, I got work. And that worked out for me. Try to pink up her cheeks up a little. It's hard to do with this level of at this scale. It's so small to add these little details that people might not even notice. What am I going to do? I don't want to make their lips like red. Make them very lightly pinked. Oh, you know what I can do? Pick my pink and just draw out some red from the red. That's it. It's not working. Actually, that's not a very bright red. I'll just tap that in. Tap. Tap. And then sort of blend it out. With the pink. Draw that into the lower lip. There we go. That's sort of a natural pink color. All right. Draw. I got to get back to work. Hope to catch you again. Right on, right on. So here's the colors. Now I pull it together with ink. That's it. I want to do comics one day. I'm in high school currently. Any tips? My first tip to all artists is learn basic drawing. That is, go get George Bridgman's Complete Guide to Drawing from Life. Read that as if it is your most important school book. Learn the ways of structure, form, and anatomy. And there's a couple other tips he has in there. The body is a machine. It operates via a set of mechanical rules. I love Bridgman's book. I love anatomy besides the back of the legs. Good. Then you're off to a good start. You're off to a good start. And then if you want a little more refined look, because Bridgman can get pretty blocky and whatnot, which, that's to understand the mechanics. Then go to Loomis. Avoid Hogarth like the plague. He is. And then, go to Loomis. And you get... See, the thing is about Loomis is his anatomy isn't always perfect, which is, whatever. But it's a very refined style. So that's good to learn. Like, basically, it's a good combination to do Loomis and Bridgman. But I would start with Bridgman just so you have those core mechanics down before you worry about stylistic choices and refining stuff. Basics first is what I'm saying. Michael Hampton. I'm not familiar with Michael Hampton. Hatch 450 for $5. How dare you do a cover for Yellow Flash? He is the enemy. Just kidding. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, brother. Yeah, everyone go out and get Yellow Flash's Mighty Golden Patriot, and make sure you buy my cover. So you send a message out there that my cover's awesome. I don't know. Just get my cover, man. Support me. Support me in my quest for world domination. My quest to have the best-selling cover. I know there's a cheaper cover on there, but it's not by me. So, reason enough to get my cover is that it's by me. Do you do interiors? I do interiors. I mean, I'm working on my own project right now. It's called Nobody's Business. It is a sequel to my Lone Star trilogy. If you want to get that, LoneStarComic.com. It's awaiting printing. That might take a minute because I need to anyways, that might take a minute. I don't need to get into specifics, but any support there will help get me to that end. And then I'm already 80 pages, I think, into the sequel series, which is, again, Nobody's Business. Lone Star is in the book, but nobody is the star of the book. So yeah, I'm always working, man. Always working. Even if it looks like I'm not doing anything out there in public, I'm always working. I'm not a slacker. Comics Exposed, I just explained. You got Kim Jung-gi to do a cover? I did. It's yeah, it wasn't very long before he passed away, unfortunately. That's kind of the weird, I don't want to call it a joke. The weird thing about that book is like 5 people associated with the book in one way or the other have passed away, including a printer, 2 letterers, my go-to letterer, Bill Tortellini, And okay, I haven't gotten confirmation that Dave is dead, but my secondary letter, my I don't want to say my also ran, but like when Bill couldn't do something, I always went to Dave Lamphere, and Dave, he's actually the one that lettered Shadow of the Conqueror because Bill had passed away. Um, but I haven't heard from Dave in it's been a really long time, and he hasn't posted anything to social media in that same amount of time, and so I'm afraid he's passed away too. And then one of my printers, Joseph Healy, he passed away. And then Kim Jong Gi. And I'm like, okay, man. I'm not gonna say this book is cursed or anything, but sheesh. 5 people died. Let me draw a happy face in a corner of the book. Yes, I'm gonna have Kirby help out on the book before it goes to print. See if I can get his family some insurance money. uh, yeah, it is creepy, right? Freaking weird, dude. Well, it was also during COVID, so a lot of that stuff had to do with that stuff. So stranger things have happened. Yeah, it's too bad about Kim Jong Gi too. Freaking heck, man. Too young. Too young. Too young. Jesus is my boy. We go way back. All right, all right. Hopefully he can help me out. Read that one already. I'm enjoying the questions. If you've got any more, please hit me up. Otherwise, I'm going to listen to the Gulag Archipelago again. Chapter 7, Gulag Archipelago. And it's the sound of silence. Do, 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 do. See how it's just the inks just start tying everything together. makes all the difference in the world. So, any other artists on Whatnot watching me right now that could tell me, like, what time of the day do they find to be the most productive, like, in terms of like uh, people watching and whatnot? All that whatnot. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I just got my first Rumble Dumble. And again, if you are watching on Instagram, please do join us over here on Whatnot, because I'm not paying attention to the chat on Instagram at all because I have a limited bandwidth. So I do apologize. I made an account on Whatnot. Now I have 2 friends, including you, there. This time is horrible for me, Mike. 2 a.m. Japan time, but I'm not your target audience. Thank you, Kirby. Yeah, I do think Whatnot is primarily an American audience. Primarily, I did have an order from Canada. Canada! Uh, like one of my first orders here was from a Canadian buyer. This time zone is actually horrible for me too. I'm not a morning person. I don't want to be getting up at this time. Also, these hunger pangs, this is too early for me to eat. Like I usually just try to sleep through this hunger pang session and just move on to lunch. So not ideal for me either. And it's kind of proven itself not to be the greatest time for me to stream. So in all likelihood, I won't be doing this on the regular. I think, like I said, mid afternoon, late afternoon, early evening is kind of the sweet spot. So people get out of work, looking for something to watch on streaming, looking for something to buy to distract themselves. 6 hours from now is when America kicks off, I've noticed. Whatever time that is for you. Yeah, that's like 4 p.m. So that'd be, like I say, early evening. Late afternoon, early evening. I think that's the right. I think that's the spot, lad. So I do have another show later today at that time period. Um, I will be doing that one. And then, yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep doing morning streams. But it was worth the experiment. Always got to test the waters and see where the waters flow. Now I'm saying, that's why it is, isn't it? Can't just bloody make assumptions. That were a tangent, that were right there. I saw it, and I'm not going to change it. What up, Grack? I'm really worried about is I think maybe he did say to do a male character. And if that's the case, I'm wasting my time doing this. And this is going to end up going in the bin. Hmm. Not like in the bin, like an Englishman would say, but rather in the bin on whatnot. See, in the bin in English is in the trash. In the bin on whatnot means it becomes available for purchase. 10:11 a.m. What's up, Lord Awesome? Welcome to the show. I don't know if you've been here before. If you have not, please follow me. Thank you very much. Did I miss anything? Oh. Just adding a little bit of line weight here and there. Kind of pump some stuff up. A little bit of line weight here and there. All right, I think that's it for that. I'm gonna check on my baby sleeping, then head to my lounge and fall asleep in my chair. All right, you do it, Kirby. Have a good one, brother. He's actually watching. 9 people on Blacklist. All right. Yeah, this is like an out of character time for me. So, you know what? I'm not gonna wrap this up and try to catch a couple hours sleep before I have my other stream. Of course, where's that color? Is that this one? Let's do some erasure. Get rid of that ugly, muggly, bugly pencil marks. See? Let's see if I can tap in old school kung fu. What's up, bud? What's your style? Shaolin, Wushu, Wing Chun? You kill my teacher. Let's see if I can get a dot going here. There we go. Dot your eyes. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Dot your eyes, because I'm dotting her eyes. Dots on her eyes. All right. Couple little shiny bits here and there. I'm gonna beef up a couple of the scales up front so it gives it a little more shape than just what's already here. Do the same over here. I know this is like I realize I can be a little anal retentive on stuff that nobody's even going to notice, but that's just kind of me most of the time. If I have time to do something like that. Ugh, my stomach. My stomach is growling at me. It's giving the grumbles. Giving me the grumbles. All right, is that good enough? Righty tighty. Sign this now. Now that. I'm just gonna sign it black. There you go. That is. I think that's done. I can get out of here in time to catch a nip. Catch a nap. Not a nip. I am a nip. I'm the nip. I need a nap. I'm a nip needs a nap. And I'm not focusing here, am I? Come on, focus. There we go. Nice sharp focus. Yeah, like I said, some of the colors just don't take as well as others on this card stock. So yeah, I prefer using the Strathmore and going back to that. So anyways, that is my one I'm going to do now. I'm going to go back to bed. This is too early for me. Thank you all for being here. I know it's only an hour-long show, and that's not ideal for whatnot. But, oh, Ami just got here. I haven't gotten to yours yet. Yours is next. Next episode will be around 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want anything, just go through my bin, check them out. But I'm going back to bed. Thanks y'all for being here, and God bless us everyone. We'll see you next time.